Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Christelle Martinette with a new reading for the month of January 2018, which will be a 5-card spread using a tarot deck called Tarot of the Sacred Feminine, and you'll see that. And as clarifiers with the 5-card spread, I'll use a rather old VERA SIBILLA deck that I use sparingly because it is so old. And to crown that reading, I'll be using a set of runes, one of the first runes that I have ever had, which are emerald runes. This is all because I'm doing this before the holiday season. Now, in terms of the year spread, I'll be using a mini grand tableau, a Lenormand mini grand tableau. For those of you who read with the Lenormand will recognize these particular cards, and they have an explanation in English in the square, and the pictures are characteristic of the cards with the numbers here at the top. And the way I'll do that is I'll have I carve out an inner 4 by 4 rows of a grand tableau, so it will be a mini tableau. I won't go into the technical side and bore those people who don't read these cards, but we'll see. You'll see how it will work for each sign. Now, before I close and get on to the readings, I just wanted to say I know that this holiday season for many is a bit difficult, especially if you are alone or if you feel alone. I will be working during the holidays, unfortunately sometimes, yeah, I have to. So you may want to consider not simply a reading, but something that will go a little bit more in depth, like past life regression or some form of hypnosis. And consider that. If you're interested, write to me, go to my website, you'll get my contact, or you'll see it in this video clip underneath probably, or somewhere, and we'll see if we can set it up. All right, now I think I have nothing without further ado, as they say. Let's get on to the readings, ladies and gentlemen. Hi Taurus, it's your turn. Now let's take a look at what is in store for you for the month of January 2018. What's in store for Taurus? January 2018. Wow, 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 Taurus. Very, very interesting. This is the 6 of Swords. This is the Moon card. This is the Tower. Six of Cups and 5 of Cups. Definitely there is something that is going to rock your world in January. Now, with a card like the 6 of Swords entering the spread and the 5 of Cups exiting the spread, you have information, you have a response coming your way that is, on the one hand, not as clear as you would like it, and there's like bittersweet. There's a bittersweet response here, Taurus. For example, it could go this way. You have applied for a position, and you found out that you've qualified for the position, but you are not the first on the list, or you are not, there's something that is, I'm going to try to straighten this table here. Can I? Oh, well, that'll be later. I'll do that later. The response is not 100% positive to you, all right? There is hope, though, this 6 of Cups, that in the future your name will come up again because of the efforts, because of what you've done. You have qualified, but you didn't get the position. There's also this moon card that I'm going to be looking at right away to see what that holds. Let me try to, let's see first of all, the Tower here. And I have prigione, prison. I've got the amica, the friend, and the gran consolazione, the great consolation. Now, it is true that you have on your side the qualification. The issue is that it's not now. You cannot move from your current position. I'm seeing it all played out in your livelihood and your work. The amica card, the friend card, is there to tell you, okay, you feel your world rocked. This is a good thing. This is a positive thing. You're going towards something difficult that will be paying its way in the future, that will be helping you in the future. I'm going to go to the moon card now. Oh, interesting. Okay, what is hidden from you? Usually the moon card doesn't yield anything. It hides things. And what I have here is a surprise, sorpresa, viaggio, the movement, the trip, something unexpected occurs, and sacerdote, which is the priest. Now, the priest is someone who hides things as well, and but there is a surprise, and of course they don't want to tell you exactly what the surprise is, but it's something that you are unexpecting. You're not expecting, and it is that that I believe that it has to do with you getting qualified. Okay, now let me take the runes here. Okay, we have Pedro, Merkstave. So that's telling me that you know that there's something positive to this response. You know that being qualified is a positive thing, but you can't see it that way. You don't see it that way now. You wanted your way. You would have liked weird, nameless, faceless room. You would have liked the things to have gone your way, the way you wanted, when you wanted. But I've got Wunyo here, bright stave, right over this tower, and it tells you that this is the best thing that could happen to you, because instead of getting the position that you applied for, something is going to come up that is even better than that, but it's not immediately in the month of January. It will be coming down further down the line. Again, I've got Awat's bright stave, right, it's on its side, so this it tells you that you are standing still, you're in your position, you're not going to be leaving it right now. And interestingly, Yera comes, and Yera tells us that it's not now, it's coming up. Hold your horses, Taurus. Be patient. That was January. Now, let me pull this up and get into the Lenormand spread for the year 2018. Let's take a good shuffle of these cards and take a look. Lenormand cards are 36 cards, numbered cards, and each card has a house, and the house that I explained in the introduction. So let me see where the chips fall for you. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, first 3 months, January, February, March. I'm getting here that it is an excellent time for you to make some extra money on your own with your profession, with your specialization. Perhaps you didn't get the position that you wanted, but this puts your name out there. Having applied for that position, people know that you're available for other things. And this is money on the side. This is not from your current employer. This is you being specialized in someone calling you directly. Now, there will be here not a formal announcement, but you're going to actually start thinking, look, with your companion, your significant other, let's start talking about getting serious. All right. Now, those of you who are serious, those of you who are in a have been in a relationship for a long time, you're going to start wanting to make a decision. A decision that changes the nature of your companionship, where you are, where you live, how you're going to be traveling to work, things like that. And also, there's something to do with, again, you know, I'm getting that your livelihood, your job, your specialization is going to be rewarded the first 3 months on a personal basis. People will start calling you. Your name will be up and coming, word of mouth. People will talk, oh, he's good at that, she is good at that. Get her to do it for you. However, there is another thing here. There's something that that has a difficulty for you. There is a difficulty here, a difficult moment for the first 3 months. And it is more a difficulty concerning your spirituality, your trust and faith in what you can do and what the universe is doing for you or will be able to repay you in kind. There's also in the first 3 months, and I'm taking caution in what I say, because it's interesting that there is a certain sense of your emotions are going to be tried in the first 3 months. But this is tempered by the importance that other people give you in terms of your specialization. The very nature of your beliefs will be questioned. But again, the interaction with other people will save you that way, in that sense. Now, the second 3 months, April, May, and June, is a time where you're going to feel a bit disoriented. You would have liked to have started. It's getting into the year and you're thinking, I'm still in the same place where I am. I would have liked to go. And this is, I should have, I may have, you're going back and you're thinking, you're seeing the film again and again. What happened in December? What went wrong? Why isn't it? And you're getting information on that. And you're rehashing what has gone down since December. And during that second half, April, May, June, is a time where the work that people have been giving you on a personal basis will be slacking. There will be less of that. And you're going to have to deal with your health issues. This could range, from people feeling mildly overweight. They want to take care of that, something that comes and goes. It's a very brief it just spans that period, those 3 months, the second quarter of the year, but it's nothing serious at all. Now, let's see, April, May, June, July, August, and September. That is the time when you would like to propose, get married, even talk of children. You want stability. You want your own stability. And you're in a frame of mind, Taurus, that tells you, I think it's time for me to take on my responsibility and be a provider. Okay, and if you're a woman or a man, this is you as a Taurus. I need to be a provider because I know that I know what I'm worth. I know that, you're having these ideas of contributing to a relationship more. You round to the end of the year, October, November, and December, where you feel like you have to make decisions. You're going to be feeling that your security is undermined and you need to take quick decisions. there's a period that towards the end of the year 2018 where you may be being offered a position, the one that you applied to, but someone else, and it's a stability, but it requires you to make a decision on your 2 feet. Now, the end of the year, October, November, and December as well, also have to do with you feeling somewhat, like I said, unstable in terms of where you're going with your life. In terms of the livelihood, really, your work is more at best and is at stake, and you're going to feel a little bit undermined, but you need to make a decision. You're going to be put before a decision at the end of the year. Now I'm going to all the houses and the cards that are in those positions, and we'll get a little bit more clarity. In terms of endings and beginnings here, I see that the love in your heart is going to take off. I mean, you have no doubt that the person you are with, or if you're not with them, the person you are going to be with is the person for you. Surprises. The surprises concern the amount of work that comes your way on a personal basis because people have found out what you do. Definite endings here. I see the definite ending of a relationship with a person that, with somebody from your past that you no longer see, but you realize that because you're making plans for the future, they no longer have a place in your heart. This may have to do with members of your family as well, someone that you're not getting on with, and you're thinking, I need to close the door there. I need to put up boundaries as well. The communication, you're going to find that communication in your life during the year of 2018 is always going to be putting up a series of choices that you have to make. People will write to you and you'll have to make a decision. You'll be offered something, you're going to have to make a decision. Something will be coming your way and you have to make a decision. And in terms of your work and your livelihood, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus, this is the best part of your year, 2018. You will be, I understand, I remember I said in January, you'll feel that there was some kind of a defeat. But the year 2018 is when you're going to start feeling much more self-assured, much more self-confidence. And even though that is the case, your sense of security is something that you still feel anxious about. There's a bit of anxiety about that. Guidance for you in the year 2018 means wanting to work for an institution, wanting to work toward an institution, getting married with someone, selling yourself to an institution, wanting to work more than on your own, but working for somebody full-time. Now, truly, I say this, home is where the heart is, but your sense of home will be a public good. It's a year when you come out of yourself, when you start extending the people around you. Your home is embracing more your friends and family. You enlarge your horizon in that sense, which is interesting. You come out of yourself and you feel like you've made a qualitative jump in development after working on yourselves. And it could be a sense of healing that you get as well, Taurus. The public life, even though your home is extended into include the public, it is going to be not an easy process for you because you have tended so far to be rather within. So that will cause a bit of difficulty to you, but very, very, very slight difficulties. Obstacles during the year will concern your roots. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to live? Shall I move? and a small issue of health that you want to deal with and get over with. Also, the decisions that you have, and this is a big decision, will concern pairing up with someone and tying a knot. Actually doing something more for the person that you are with, if you're with them, or actually saying, I want to get married now. And if you are married, let's have an anniversary, or let's go on a trip for our anniversary. Problems, issues, nuisances during the year have to do with your sense of security. I mentioned it before. But also your sense of security, you must remember, Taurus, is very, very, very strong, very, very important, very necessary for you. And this is why you spend so much time thinking about it during the year 2018. Also, having to do with people who are close to you. Something that is hidden from you is the fact that those close to you are going to be very worthwhile and take on much greater importance. And you won't see it in the beginning, but you will be feeling time and again during the year that when you feel anxious, when you have difficulty, all you have to do is turn to a friend. That will always be a surprise for you. And you're not going to see it initially. Another thing is that since the matters of communication are so important during the year, initially you will not know how to deal with them. You know, being a communicator is something that always needs to be reassessed for you, Taurus, and refined. And this is the year that you're going to start refining that. And so sometimes you're going to feel glitches in terms of how you respond. What should I say? How can I? What should I do? You know, this type of things. Now, there are two here areas that have to do, one with the animus side of your nature, of your personality, of your soul, really, the male side, and it has to do all during the year with stability, your stability and your job. That is where your true energy will be spent on what constitutes stability for you. And also the female side to your story, the female side to your life, to your character, to your female influences on you, is something that is sort of at a distance. It looms before you. You want to keep your emotions in check, but in many respects, Taurus, you tend to close off those emotions because they don't aid you in responding to the issues that occurred the year 2018. Now, I hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus friends. It was very interesting for me to see, especially with the issue of work, the competition, the being qualified for the position but having to wait, and then having being offered something even more important towards the end of the year. Very interesting. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen. And until we read together again, I'll be back in January, of course. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus friends.